Welcome to Multidimensional Health with Dr. Toni. I'm excited you're joining me today because I have a very simple and easy technique to share with you to question your thoughts. To question what you believe is an amazing gift you can give yourself, and you can have it all the days of your life. The answers you need are always inside you, just waiting to be heard. And this technique will help you to get to the answers that you need. But before we get started, I want to share with you great news. I am so happy and excited to share with you that my new course, How to Use Spices to Boost Health and Overcome Disease, is finally ready to be purchased. I've been working so hard on this course and I'm happy that it's finally done. It makes a perfect gift for the holidays, so check it out. It is full of wonderful ideas on how to use spices, not only medicinally, but also how to cook with them. And the beauty of this is that you will own the course forever. So when I add new tips and handouts, they will be there for you for free. So check it out and get ready to discover the medicinal magic in your kitchen. The URL for the class is http:// B as in boy, I, T as in Tom, dot, L as in love, Y, / healing spices, Toni Camacho. And that's Toni with an I. Or you can go to my website, it's on the main page. My website is www.d as in David, R as in Rose, Toni with an I, CAMACHO.com. Okay, so why is it important to question your thoughts? The human mind is always processing the world around it. Each day is a non-stop bombardment of thoughts, questions, and observations. If all these thoughts were empowering, non-stop thinking wouldn't be an issue. But the problem is that often our thoughts lead us to be adrift, or they bring us down, or they obstruct our ability to do things we care about. While it's true that you experience each of your thoughts, they don't always represent what's true about the world. Most of the time, your thoughts are just a story you tell yourself to make sense of the world. They are all based on your interpretations of the world around you. And that interpretation is created based on the people that you grew up with, the school that you went to, everybody in your environment. So they're not some universal truth about reality. So questioning your thoughts and coming to a turnaround, which is basically a sentence expressing the opposite of one believes, is a form of self-directed cognitive therapy, and it has helped many thousands of people to get out of the mental ruts and improve their quality of lives, reduce anxiety and depression. And an important advantage of this process is that it's easy to learn. I have found that most of the people I work with and I taught this to can use it effectively on their own after just a little guidance and coaching. So I'm very happy that Grace Liang is here to share with us how the simple process works. Hi, Grace. Welcome back to the show. I am really happy that you're joining us again. We're about to end the year, and I know you're going to bring us a lot of good information so we can start the new year in our best way that we can. Welcome.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. What a year, 2020.
Oh, I know, I know.
Yeah. So usually at end of the year, I would do a lot of kind of debrief, summarize like what we have achieved, how many plan or goal we have really accomplished, and then most important, what we learned, right?
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I'm going to I found I'm very good at put you under the spotlight. So
I know
so
you love doing that.
you know. So actually I would put you under the spotlight for a couple of times. First one, I have a random question. If you just use one word to describe your 2020, what that would be?
One word.
Or two or three, a phrase. How about that?
No, I mean, I have one word. I'm just trying to figure out, um, because the first thing that comes to my mind is said inwards, because that's what I did. I just went in. And I just don't know if that's the right word to use, but that's all I did. It just challenged me to go inside and see what was going on. All the distractions were gone. I didn't have to drive the traffic, and I mean, I still had work, but there was a lot of time to sit down and say, okay, who am I? Where am I going? What am I doing? Am I happy? you know.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I think mine will be rest.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just physically rest, although I'm really tired, I need a nap. But I think most is spiritually and emotionally
Mm-hmm.
rest. Just believe life supports me.
Mm-hmm.
Just believe there is a higher power, which is, I believe God is there, um, holding everything in place
Mm-hmm.
and keep me safe and healthy. So yeah, because worry really can make people, I mean, physically sick.
Oh, yes. Yes. For sure. I
Yeah.
think that's what I tell my clients a lot. It's like, you can eat all the organic food and take all the herbs that you want, but if you're stressed, you're only going to create organic stress, in your body, so
I
regardless of how
like that
healthy
one.
you are, you know,
Organic. I like that one. Yes.
it's
You
just,
say yeah, you say I went to get a massage and then my masseuse said, "Oh, your body's so tight this time. What's going on?" I'm like, as you know, I recently get married, bought a
mm-hmm.
house. There's a whole set of new family. 4 step kids need to take care of. So my body was so tense, so tight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a reminder is our body never lied to us.
Yes.
Although you say, yeah, I'm good, I'm pretty centered, but your body can tell you're not.
And we don't even feel it. We're so used to it. One of the things that I did when I was going inwards is like, well, what do I want to feel? Where do I want to be? And I couldn't pin down until I realized it's like, oh, I want this big thing off my shoulder to be gone. I didn't even know I had it there. I just want to go and
Mm-hmm.
feel like, you know.
Totally. So on the same note, today actually we want to look into more. We call this unknown, which is in our subconscious mind. What kind of thing have been hindering us to move
Mm-hmm.
to the direction we want to, or a lot of time in our life we like, oh, I know I need to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but I just couldn't. And you sometimes you think, oh, I'm just not that self-disciplined, I'm just not that smart. It is not true. It's all because there is a core limiting belief underneath. And
Mm-hmm.
every time when you validate that core limiting belief, you become in action. You can't do anything with it.
Yes.
Kind of like, I believe that, so I can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So today, I'm going to introduce you. Old work was a little new twist. So I don't remember which interview we did. We talked about Baron Katie's The Work,
Mm-hmm.
right? The
Yes.
4 questions. Did we talk
Mm-hmm.
about that? I think we did, right? Yes.
I don't think we have talked
So
about it on the show, but I'm very familiar with it. Yes. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, Baron Katie believes all the sufferings in our mind comes from the story we tell us. This
Mm-hmm.
is very true. It is not the reality,
Mm-hmm.
although we believe that is the reality,
Mm-hmm.
but that's only a story we tell us. So basically, she teaches people how to question
Mm-hmm.
your belief, and it is a very powerful tool, which is you can go very deep and then you do a turnaround at the end, and then you're like, oh, actually it is really not true.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, today I want to again, I will put you under the spotlight. We're going to use this framework to do 4 questions, but at the end I want to add a twist is with this one called RAM, which is you have experienced before.
Mm-hmm.
RAM is RIM stands for regenerate image memory,
Mm-hmm.
which is developed by Dr. Um, Deborah Sandula.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was on my
So
show a couple of weeks ago.
really,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I love her,
yeah. I love her
love
too. It
her.
was a great show. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So let's just directly get to there. So the first question I want you to think about is, what is a very stressful situation or question in your current life now?
Hmm.
Under the spotlight.
I know. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about food, which I'm struggling a little bit. It's the holidays, and with COVID, I'm at home alone, and it gets darker sooner, so I have this challenge of I have more time, and so then I want to kill it by eating. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess one difficult thing is that I could say, and I'm going to exaggerate it, that it's I have to have a bag of chips every day, even though they're organic. It's not right.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so the question one, before I answer this question, I want to explain to everybody. So this question can literally change your life if you constantly ask yourself. So just be still, take deep breath, and then ask yourself, so is this thought, is it true?
No. Well, my body
No.
says it is, but I know my mind says it's not. My body says okay to eat one bag of chips, small bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, good. So now we move to question two. Okay. So this is another opportunity to open your mind to go deeper into the unknown, to
Hmm.
find answers that live at least beneath what we think we know. Okay, that's why your mind and your body doesn't agree. We're gonna go
Hmm.
deeper to see if we can find. Okay. So can you absolutely know it's true?
Mm-mm. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So question number three. Then how do you react? What happens when you believe that thought that you have to eat a bag of chips every day? So with this question, you begin to notice internal causes and effect.
Hmm.
You can see that when you believe the thought, there is this turbulence that can range from mild discomfort to fear or panic.
Hmm.
So what do you feel?
Well, if I couldn't have my bag of chips, um, I think it's a comfort. So if I didn't have my bag of chips, I wouldn't have that comfort. You know that
Mm,
that I find from it. It's just nice sitting down and watching TV and then having my little bag of chips. I don't even have to be hungry. And that's the problem.
mm-hmm,
It's not hunger. It's definitely not hunger because I could just had dinner. I think it's an association to sitting down, relaxing, and I want the comfort. And so not having my bag of chips will feel like I don't have the comfort that I want or that I
mm.
need.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So to summarize, is this bag of chips represent comfort.
Hmm.
Without it, will be discomfortable for you.
Exactly. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then usually, if we dig deeper, they always come down to a certain type of fear.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's see what else we can go. So when you notice this, um, how do you treat yourself? You believe you have to eat a bag of chips every day.
Well, I probably believe that I'm giving myself a treat. That's what I tell myself. But the truth is not because it impacts my health. And,
Mm-hmm.
blood sugar goes up and I start gaining weight. And so it's not, even though it's a small bag of chip and they're organic and have good salt or whatnot, it's still not the right thing to eat. So, my body doesn't do well with it. And I gain weight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. Like right now, I gained 3 pounds.
I'm feeling you. Okay, so question number four. For this one, this is the part that we'll start to with RAM twist. So just gently close your eyes, and your imagination brings an image of you who no longer believes that thought that you had to eat a bag of chips every day. And
Hmm.
just notice this new you. How do you look?
I look good. Yeah, I look good. Physically, I look good and I'm glowing and I just
Mm,
look healthy.
good. How do you feel?
I feel free and relaxed and just
Mm-hmm.
light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what do you notice? Just jump into this new you.
Mm-hmm.
Live as this new you. Let me know where you are.
I'm in the kitchen, ironically. But I'm in the kitchen, not cooking or anything, just making like more herbs, and which is where I find my joy. It's just like making more products and just doing my business and being happy doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how does that feel now you're in the kitchen with this new you?
It feels free.
Mm,
Hmm.
good, good, good. So now continue sensing as this new you, which is, doesn't believe you have to eat a bag of chips every day, and in the kitchen making the herbs, and looking back the current you in the chair,
Hmm.
and what needs to be spoken, you can speak now. For example, you can say, "What I want to tell you is,"
What I want to tell you is that everything it's okay and everything will be okay. And you just need to find that comfort in what you love to do, which is um, the chemistry of the plants and working with the plants and um, creating the magic that comes from those plants and helping people heal with them.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. And when you do that, what you're going to feel is,
Light and no tension and just joy.
yeah. And what I feel the joy of my life the most is,
Just being, just being and feeling that joy, just enjoying that joy because it's always there. But I'm not paying attention to it. I'm distracted
mm-hmm.
by other negative stuff or the chips or whatnot. So just
Yeah,
enjoy that. That joy is in my body. I just need to embrace it and feel it.
yeah. Then find that joyous feeling in your body. Where is it?
It's actually in my heart, but it's also it's almost like coming up.
Mm,
So it's just fluid coming up and down.
okay.
Hmm.
What's the color?
It's different colors. It's kind of like an orange, kind of, and then white and pink, kind of like a cloud. Like changing colors, going up and down.
Mm. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels really good. Yeah, all the way to it's all the way to my head, all the way to the crown chakra. It's really nice.
Good, good. Then just soak into this very good feeling, like all those rainbow colored clouds just move freely through your whole body. Just take it in and let me know when it's complete.
Oh, it's complete, but I don't want to leave it because it feels really good. Why do I want to leave it?
Totally. Okay, good. So this is just one example. So Toni, how about this? You just been putting under this spotlight. So you did this exercise by yourself. How do you feel before and after? Did you get any insights?
I think the biggest insight is to find whenever I feel that need for comfort is to do what I feel joy with instead of finding joy in the chips. There's other things. There are alternative
Yes.
things that bring me joy. I think I grew
Mm-hmm.
up associating that the chips with comfort, and that started us at a very young age. And it's funny, it's a family thing because now I see my mom doing the same thing to my nephew who's a baby, and she's not baby but like 8 year olds, and she's raising him, and it's like, here's your chips, at the end of the day, so you can watch TV and sit down and relax. It's almost like I learned to associate being relaxed at the end of the day with that. Some people associate coffee with it or tea or whatnot, and in my family it was a bag of chips. And so but there are many other things that bring joy, and so I think this exercise what brought me the awareness is like, wow, I found joy also on when I'm in the kitchen. Not necessarily with making herbs, which I do, but also cooking. And you have the same joy as I do. We love cooking, we love creating. It's a very
Yes.
creative process. So I think what I need to do is next time when it gets dark at 4 o'clock, which is getting dark right now, 4:30 or so, it's like instead of
Mm-hmm.
sitting, as I'm like the sun is going down, so I stop working and I go sit down. So I don't have to, I can just go and cook or create something for my son, like doesn't have to be chips or anything, but maybe dinner, something positive,
Yeah.
or create a lotion, or do something around
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that brings me
Very
joy. Yeah.
good. Yeah. So we only did about like few minutes. You already get
Mhm.
all those realizations. So this one actually really review everybody is we do have a pattern.
Mhm.
We have a pattern and we go back to the roots, as you say, the
Mhm.
family has that because when you were little, that's a pattern. When you
Mhm.
grow up like adult women, you didn't even realize that's a
Yeah.
pattern, how they cause. And now actually you don't have to run by the pattern. You have a
Mhm.
choice.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
perfect. Good job.
Because your body has been conditioned, not just your mind, and so it's a
Totally.
feedback. Your body triggers your mind, and then your mind creates more thoughts that gets your body going, and it's just going and going and going. But this is a great process, Grace. So do you recommend that people apply it like every day, or do they have to like retreat and then go and think about it, or can it be done on the spot? Like, let's say that in this evening I'm going to go get my bag of chips. Should I stop and do the process?
Yes, you can. I think this is as we did, it's quick and easy, right? You
Mm-hmm.
run through the whole thing probably no more than we say 5 to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, of course you can go really, really deep. I mean,
Yeah.
we only scratched the surface.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can do right at the spot, or when you do meditation or whatever the time you have quiet time, you could just think about, okay, so I have this thing about money,
Uh-huh.
and then you write down what's your stressful belief or thoughts or situation, and just work from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just always make sure you really close your eyes, really use your word inward,
Yeah.
and then see what you can find, because seriously your body and your conscious mind want to tell you so much. Till there.
I know my cat is in the way.
cat cat the cat, how to say that, the cat is out of the
Out of the
bag.
bag.
Oh,
And
okay, very cool.
I think your process, using Byron Katie's questions, is great, because I think we forget that truth is really relative. It's all about perception, right? And what we think is
Mm-hmm.
true, it's like it's our truth. It doesn't mean that is true at all, and it's a very
Mm-hmm.
relative thing, and we just don't question it. And even when we do, I ran into with clients when I said it's a true, yes it is, yes it is. Can you be 100% sure that it is
Mm-hmm.
true, like no doubt, if another person was living through it, will it be the, and they get set in that it is true, but the truth is that is not. Nothing is
Mm-hmm.
100% truth. It's your truth, and it might not even be your truth. You like you said, it might be based on a limiting belief. So
Mm-hmm.
questioning is, it's very, very important. I think it's the start of healing, questioning what you believe and sometimes what you feel.
Yeah, yeah. So the last one I want to say is when you just bring it up. In fact, we need to really distinguish what is fact, what is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people confused with this too. What we see the reality, we thought those are the truths. No, there maybe it's fact. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I got laid off. That's a fact.
I see,
But
I
the
see.
but the truth is you still are successful, outstanding person in your field.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the truth because you have been successful. That so often when we struggle is we cannot mix fact and truth. We
Mm-hmm.
forgot what is the truth, and the truth is all about love.
Yes.
Love yourself, love the world, love others.
Oh, I really
And
like that. I like the distinguishing between the facts and the truth, because maybe when I ask my clients, is can you be absolutely sure that it's true? They're thinking about a fact and not the whole. Yeah, that's a great, because facts are there. You're right. And yeah,
mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a
good.
lot. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so that's all I have for today.
Okay. That's great. Um, well, thank you, Grace. This was great. I'm glad that you joined us. It was awesome. And this is, as always, a great technique and a great tip for us to learn how to, well, manage our emotions and our feelings and everything that we need.
You're so welcome. Your cat is so cute. And thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you find the information we share with you very useful. And remember, check out my new course, How to Use Spices to Heal and Prevent Disease. And you can find it at http:// B as in boy, I, T as in Tony, dot, L as in love, Y / healing spices Toni Camacho. Or go to my website at www.D as in David, R as in Rose, Toni with an I, Camacho.com. It's an amazing online class, so check it out, and I will see you next week.